how a construction worker made $660 in 3 days with his brand new AI business and AI offer. All right. So this is Craig, and Craig has been working in construction for over 30 years. And following the blueprint that I'm about to lay out for you, he launched his first ever AI related offer, and within 3 days collected £495, or roughly $660. He then went on to close another 3 deals in that first week of him launching this business. And this is a business for non-technical people who have industry expertise, who can just basically pretty much instantly go out there and crush it. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how you can do this. So follow along. So the business that we are talking about is AI consulting. Now, you might have heard of other business models within AI. These might be things like AI agency, AI arbitrage, AI SaaS, AI creative, all this good stuff. But the reality is a lot of that requires you to be technical. Now, AI consulting, on the other hand, does not require you to be technical at all. How do I know this? Because I am not technical at all. Literally not a single bone in my body is technical. I am a consultant. I understand things like growth and other stuff like that, but none of that is actually necessary for it. This is what's awesome about it. So this is how Craig did it. So Craig came from construction. So this is going to be little Craig over here, right? And he basically came to me to learn how to start his AI consulting business. Now, the best way to do this for him and for you is to use your network. So he had been in construction for 30 years, all right? So what do you have when you are in any industry for any period of time? You have a lot of people that you know, right? So Craig, like everybody else, had just a big network of people in construction and adjacent sectors like vendors, colleagues, all that other good stuff that he could actually reach out to, which is exactly what he did. So what you want to do is you want to reach out to your network with your AI offer. Now, rightly so, you're going, yeah, but AI consulting, Andrew, I don't even know what that is. What offer do we have? So let me explain, okay? So right now in the world, so this is the old globe. This is now transforming into something that looks like this, right? Where businesses are trying to understand how AI fits for them, okay? This is a cheeky little business. This is the problem we all have. They all are here in the normal world, and we are now transitioning to an AI world, okay? And they're trying to figure out, how does AI actually help their business specifically? Because they just don't know. They know AI is going on, they see all this amazing stuff, but they don't know how it helps them, which is where you come in as an AI consultant. And how do you do that specifically? And how can you do that even if you've got very limited AI knowledge and you are not technical? All right. So the way we do this is we start with something called an AI audit. Now, you probably know what an audit is, right? Most people have gone through financial audits, business audits, work audits, lifestyle audits. We are basically looking at all of the processes, workflows that go into any given set of tasks and looking at them for inefficiencies within them. How can we make them better? How can we make them cost less and all that stuff? This is exactly what we're doing, but we have an AI lens. Instead of a lifestyle lens, a business lens, a financial lens, we now have an AI lens. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to speak to this business owner here, right? And we're going to say, hey, we want to come in and do an audit of your business. And in doing that audit, we're going to find all of the current inefficiencies within your business that can be solved with AI that are going to save you money and therefore increase how much profit you are making. So you come to them with that as the offer. And the reason they love this as an offer is because we are focusing on old school traditional businesses, and they like people who want to learn their business specifically. So what we're not doing, which is what all the other people in the industry are trying to do with AI agencies and all this shit, is they're trying to force a square peg into a round hole. That is absolutely not what we are doing here. What we are doing is we're saying, hey, Mr. Business Owner, we want to understand you specifically. And we're going to do this by running an audit on your business specifically, okay? We are then going to recommend a series of solutions to you, okay? Like this. And we're going to have solution 1, solution 2, solution 3, solution 4, solution 5, for example. And these solutions are simple, easy fixes that can be done within their business that we identified through the audit that is going to allow them to make more money, because that's ultimately the thing they care about. They want more money or more time freedom, right? So it's like, it depends what they value more, and depends on what their business is set up like. And that is what we are aiming to give them here. Now, when it comes to actually running an audit, there is basically a few key elements to running one successfully that I want to walk you through, because an audit is a very simple thing in principle, but there is like a few key elements to doing it, okay? So the AI audit itself looks like this. So we've got 2 sets of interviews. So we've got to interview the business, okay? And one set is with directors and management, okay? And the other set is with the employees. And the reason we do this is we need to understand the full work flow, the cycle for every single task. So that could be from the director saying, hey, I want to do this initiative, to it coming down to the management, to that getting sent to employees, to each individual employee that's maybe doing a different thing. So let's say, for example, let's make it really easy and it's in a marketing initiative. So he might say, hey, I want to do this marketing initiative. That goes down to the manager and he goes, okay, well, we're going to need content team, we're going to need the media buyers on board for doing this too. And then it's like, okay, what type of content? It's like, well, we actually need YouTube as well. So we're going to need a thumbnail designer, we're going to need a script writer, things like that. So you can see from this point, you've got one workflow like this, and this is kind of what it'll end up looking like. And you'll have tasks and you'll figure out basically how the business functions and flows. So you might say, okay, we've got 2 tasks here, and then this one comes back in here. And what you're doing is you're going to be mapping out their business. So the first part is running the interview process. The second part is this bit, which is mapping, okay? And mapping is how you present basically the current business's workflows to them, back to them. And a lot of the time, these traditional business owners have never, ever, ever seen their full business laid out in front of them. So already, this is immense value to them, okay? Then what you are going to do is you are going to, using something called an opportunity matrix, you can basically identify the things that they should focus on first, which are the quickest wins, and then you go into what you call big swings, right? So we identify into two main segments. Now, I'm showing you both of these, but we actually, as consultants, only focus on one. So depending on how you lay this out, you basically got the value to the business and the amount of effort it takes to actually do the thing. And that's how this matrix is made up. So if you want, this would be like low effort, and then low value, and this will be high value, and this would be high effort, for example. So you want, if you were breaking it down like this, you want low effort, right? So doesn't take you a lot, but high value. So you'd be like, yeah, we want to do these ones. And if you've seen an opportunity matrix before, they can look differently. And then you want to transition to high effort, high value. So on this one, you want to basically go this way through the matrix. However, key distinction as consultants, because as promised, we are non-technical people, and this is important. The big swings here, although do provide immense amount of value to these companies, a lot of the time these require dedicated developers and more of a deep technical and development centric team, which is why I do not like doing this. So I will identify all the stuff here that they can do, right? And then I will say, hey, we want to focus on the low effort, high value, right? And then we present all of it to him. And this is where we come in, and this is where we make additional money during implementation. So now you're wondering, how do you make money in implementation if you're not technical? So there is a million technical partners out there. So whether or not you are familiar with the whole AI automation agency kind of fad, that this is only getting bigger, which is basically using AI tools to increase efficiencies within business. But these are technical people, and there is a lot of them who went down the technical route. I'm not a technical person. I am a business person, okay? So to do what I am talking about, we just basically go and hire them on a freelance basis. That is actually how we achieve this. So what we're going to end up doing is us, I'll just put it up here, us as the consultant, okay, we are actually just going to partner with, let's say, AI automation agencies, people like that, the more technical people, okay? That is how we are actually going to do this. And then we're going to get like 10 to 20% of the implementation fee, also on top of the audit fee. So like I showed you at the start with Craig, he made £500 within 3 days selling his first AI audit at a discounted rate. An AI audit should start at $5,000 and up, obviously depending on the size of the company, but focusing on 10 plus people is the best, and then it just goes up from there. When you're starting out, you can obviously make them a little bit smaller. You then make an additional 10 to 20% on the implementation from the quick wins that you are recommending. And then if this company is actually proficient enough, they can take on the big swings too, and you make even more money. But I avoid this at all costs because I am not a technical person and I have no desire at all to be deep in the weeds, figuring out technical product implementations and stuff like that. So I focus 99.9% of my time on running audits for traditional businesses to help them identify those quick wins in their business that ultimately make them more money. And that is it. All right. So if you're interested in starting your own AI consultant business, first link in the description. If you are a business owner looking to have your business audited for AI inefficiencies, second link in the description. And there is genuinely hundreds more of these case studies that I will be presenting of people in different niches, different industries, different sectors who are going out and crushing it with this model, and you can too. All right. So subscribe down below and I will see you in the next one.